Welcome to Open Book Radio Club, a membership program of like-minded people. Your words should be heard to increase awareness of what you do. Become a part of a growing community and let Open Book Radio Club highlight you. Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Open Book Radio Club. You know that every week we are talking to someone fantastic. We're promoting them. We're getting that information out, and you are the listener, so you know you can call in. So call in, and I'm going to have DW give you that telephone number. DW?
Yes, ma'am. If you're in town here in Las Vegas, you want to call 702-650-KKVV or 702-650-5588. If you're not in town, you're watching on the internet, 1-800-386-8883. That's 3, is that an 86? Okay, 386-8883.
As you can tell, I don't have my glasses on. That's why I told you you would give the telephone numbers out. This is DW, and you know he's our co-host. He's here every week to talk to our new person, and we do a great job together. I think we're a great team, don't you?
Oh, yeah. This is so much fun.
Yes, it is. I'm going to go straight into it. Normally I tell you about the website and the fact that you need to tell your friends and all of that good stuff, but you already know that because you tune in every week. So I'm going to get right down to the nitty-gritty because I have an exciting customer.
Yeah.
And it is going to be so wonderful to do this interview. So I'm going to start off by reading her bio. Simi Mitchell is a native of Las Vegas, and she loves to make people not just smile, but laugh. She has performed as a gospel comedian and host in both the local circuit and the Christian community. In 2003, Simi was licensed as an ordained minister and has been gifted to use the Word of God to set an atmosphere of praise, transparency, and inspiration to the audience. She yields her humor and hosting to the Holy Spirit. Simi began creating her characters in 2001 and has performed in several known places here in Nevada. She will also be performing at the Texas station with another well-known comedian this month, and I'm going to let her tell you that. So welcome, Simi, to the show.
Welcome,
Hi.
Simi.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel the love in the room.
We are so excited to have you here. My first question is, a comedian, comedy, a woman. Tell us why.
You know, I think comedy is therapeutic. Life is so, you have ups and downs in life, and you have different seasons, and it's all in the way that you handle, process, and deal with things. There is nothing like a gut busting, not butt gusting. And you see that? Laughter.
Yes.
It's everywhere. It's in everything you do. If you make a mistake, if you're good, and you have a pleasant personality, or you can make light of it and laugh at it, that's what it's about. And so comedy, what is comedy? Comedy is laughing at the everyday. It's making light of a situation. It's finding humor in things that would normally try to bring you down, and it lifts your spirits. It's
Fantastic.
Therapy, and it's good for the soul.
Yes, it is.
As you said,
It
fighting
is.
humor. Yeah.
Yes. So you decided to do that. Now, there's got to be a reason, though. I mean, were you young and you like to joke around? What caused you to or did God just give you that gift?
Naturally. I think, my mother used to say, I used to come home from work and sit on the couch and just watch because I have siblings, and we're all comedians. So she said, I would just sit on the couch and just watch you all for 30 minutes and just laugh and crack up. And then in high school, I was voted class clown. In elementary, my mom was told I was a class clown. So it's always been something that I've just naturally, done, is make people laugh. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
DW, it looks like we have a caller, so if you can reach over and push that button and take that call.
Hey, caller, welcome to the radio show. What's your name?
John,
Hi, John. What question do you have for us today?
I'm actually very familiar with Simi Mitchell. She's been a class act in Clark County School District for 16 years that I've known her.
Wonderful.
Sweetest lady I've met in the district. I just wanted to say, if anybody deserves to be on top of the world, she does.
Oh,
Fantastic, John. Well, we thank you for calling in and saying that.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome, darling.
Is that your
And
husband on
your
there?
husband, I told you, he got to get you some bigger bling.
No, I know John, and John is one of the associations for the school district for support staff personnel. He is the president of that, and he does a lot of awesome things for the students of Clark County, Nevada, and also for the support staff, the everyday bus driver and clerical and food servers. And so he's just someone that's really outstanding, and I'm glad that he thinks I'm okay too.
He sounds like you're one of those things that he does for the people out there, right? For the school district.
Yes, and I'm on team. I'm on team with that to always fight first for students and then for people that support students.
Wow.
Right.
So, John, it sounds like you know her, and she has made you laugh several times.
She not only has made me laugh, she has brought me out of some very bad times when my mother died. She's been very instrumental in my spiritual well-being. Before I go into a board meeting, if I know she's not going to be there, I know it's going to be a bad meeting.
What does she do, though, to bring you up? What is it? Can you name a specific thing she does?
She has an aura about her that the room glows when she's there. I mean, she has just been a special person in my life from the time I met her. You can't be in a bad mood being around Simi Mitchell.
That's for sure. Well,
I mean,
John,
the glow is just overwhelming and overflowing from her. She's a class act.
Simi, what can
Class
you do to
act.
make John smile today?
I'll tell you what, when I have a picture of her in my office, that every day when it's a rainy day, I look at her and it shines right through. Trust and believe that.
All right.
well, we got the answer to that one then.
Yeah.
She
Well,
is a super person.
Thank you so much, John,
Thank
for
you,
calling.
John.
We're going to get on with the interview, but
You're welcome.
we appreciate your call.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
Okay, DW, go ahead and ask the second question.
Well, you do characters, I understand.
Yes.
Who was your first character?
The first character was Grandma Gertrude.
Gertrude?
Grandma Gertrude, and it's so funny because I was in high school and we were doing a neighborhood watch. We had a contest, and so I submitted something for my homework, and my teacher says, I love that old grandma. Can you do her for the neighborhood watch? And so she submitted my video that I did for a homework assignment, and the neighborhood watch, the crime watch, loved the video. And so they said, please, please, please do it, and we're going to use it for some type of training video. And so Grandma Gertrude came about as being just, she's a nosy old woman. She always is, she nothing passes her. She knows what's going on in front of her, behind her, on the side of her.
So what would she say about Neighborhood Watch?
She would say, I see you young people. You're always driving in your cars trying to go go-go dancing. That's all you want to do is hippity-hop, beepity-bop all over the place. Luckily for me, I have my night vision binoculars on to watch your house. Oh, it looks like she's going to make some lasagna again tonight. Wonder if she's going to bring me a piece. I have to go knock on the door and invite myself to dinner.
I love it.
Grandma Gertrude.
Yeah.
Well, you know, just her voice saying that sounds exciting, but you have to see her in.
Yeah.
Yes, she plays the full part, glasses and all, clothes and all. So we got another call, DW.
All right, let's find out who that is. This is L'Oreal.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Hi, L'Oreal. What can we do for you today?
I'm just saying that my sister is a nut. My sister, and she is so crazy.
Are you talking about Brenda, or are you talking about...
I'm talking about Grandma Gertrude. I'm talking about Deacon Goodfoot. That's another character that she does since you guys are talking about characters. And that Deacon Goodfoot just kills me every time.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, I have seen that, L'Oreal. I mean, she is extraordinary as Deacon Goodfoot, let me tell you.
Yeah, my sister is definitely, I mean, she's just definitely anointed with the gift. I've known her most of my life. We met when we were 10, and she just had me laugh, and I'm still laughing. And I'm so thankful to God that she has come into the gospel circuit and just really brings that gift of laughter to us, and I just love it.
Well, what would Deacon Goodfoot say to L'Oreal?
Look here, L'Oreal. You know that the Lord loves you. And he wants you to go into the book of Malachi and see, will a man rob God? And when you decide that, if you're encouraging your spirit, just go on into the book of Psalms and make sure you're encouraged in the light of the Lord, because this is the day the Lord has made, and we'll rejoice and be glad in it. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
And get on the good foot. No matter what life says, you get on the good foot. Stay on the good foot. I'm looking good. You're looking good. We're all looking good. Cha-cha-cha.
Yes, yes.
Well, L'Oreal, we thank you so much for calling in. I'm just excited. I knew this was going to be a fantastic show because look what we have on the air. Anyway, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
You have a wonderful
My
day.
pleasure. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Your sister sounds like a nut, too.
You know what? We are, like I said, we are comedians. She's funny, too. But she also, you know, the comedy is not her thing, but singing is her thing. She sings beautifully, yes.
Wow. L'Oreal, we'll go get you on the radio to sing.
That's right. Come on, L'Oreal.
My question is, now you just did those two. Mm-hmm. Is it hard to come up with characters, or is it easy for you?
You know, it's really easy. My characters come from my experience in life, just being in church, or most of my characters come from things I see in church, people. And sometimes you see a dozen funny people. They don't know they're funny because they're funny on accident. But what I would do is, writing my notes, I would have notes from the pastor, and on the side, I would always have notes called comedy. And if somebody said something funny, I would just write it down. And so people generally are funny whether they think they are or not. You're going to get a lot of characters every day, but especially in church. And that's where my characters come from.
Somebody
right,
sitting
exactly.
near you's got to be a little careful.
Right. And they tell me that, you know, if someone sees me staring at them for a while, they're like, Simi, you better not do a comedy character after me. You better not try to take that and make it something. So people try to warn me, but I'm like, we'll see.
So are you telling me that there was a Deacon Goodfoot at some point?
Oh, wow. Deacon Goodfoot is like 3 different deacons in one. And that's what makes him so hilarious. He is 3 different deacons in one. He's one deacon, I can't name the churches, but he's one deacon that always wanted to have the microphone, that was jealous of the pastor. He wanted to be the pastor. So that's why Deacon Goodfoot says, the pastor's not the only one who can preach around here. Oh. Right from that.
Well, listen, we got somebody else on the line, but Brenda, don't you have a little, your sponsor needs to be talking about first?
Oh, yes.
Angelo, stay on the line. We're going to get to you.
Yes, we're going to go to a commercial. We try to do that around 2:15, so tune in and we'll be right back.
American Family Insurance believes your dreams are what matter most. That's why we offer affordable ways to protect them.
My dream is to own a second car and a house with a 2-car garage to keep it in.
My dream is to start my own business and make my son my first employee.
Whatever your dream, we can help protect it. Learn more at amfam.com or contact your local agent. Your dream is out there. They'll get it. We'll protect it.
Hi, this is Brenda Ward from Open Book Radio Club, and I recommend Julia C. Bennett at American Family Insurance. You can reach her at area code 702-395-1179. That's 702-395-1179. Or go to her website at juliacbennett.com. That's JuliaCbennett.com. She will be delighted to help you with all of your insurance needs. That's American Family Insurance.
We're back, and we are talking to Simi Mitchell. She is, I would say, the world's greatest comedian right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're going to get to the part where she's going to be on a ticket with somebody who is very famous. But before we do, DW, you're going to take that call?
Sure are. Angelo, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. I just want to say that I am so proud of Simi. She is such a delight to know and such a joy to have in the family. And, she can take a situation where everybody is sad and crying and distraught and turn it into we just laugh until we crying and happy and then change our whole atmosphere. So I'm looking forward to her show at the Texas station and being there.
Yeah.
Do you have a character for Angela that you want to feedback?
But you know what? This is actually my aunt, and she said something that really made me think. My aunt's mother passed away, or my grandmother passed away, and it was really hard for the family. This was around last year, right before I was doing my own comedy show, my big comedy show. And we were all together. We were feeling kind of down. Grandmother is the pillar of the family. And I started cracking a couple of jokes just talking about stuff that grandmother did and what she would say. And so, my grandmother, actually, that's Grandma Gertrude. A lot of Grandma Gertrude comes from my grandmother. So, yes. Yeah. And you want me to say something?
Yeah.
I would probably say who do you want, Deacon Goodfoot or Grandma Gertrude?
Which one do you want, Angela?
Grandma Gertrude, of course.
All right, now, look here, baby. Now, I know that you've been in the house. Look here, you look a little pale. Now, I know you are African-American and everything, but you look a little pale. Go ahead, get off that couch. Grab yourself an apple and some water, fat-free, and you go outside and you let that sun hit your face. Now, don't you forget, when you get up, you're supposed to move around. Have you been moving around, Angela? Angela, read.
No, I've been kind of under the weather.
Now, okay, now, because you're not drinking enough water. You're not taking your vitamins. I want you to get up, move around, and get some of that sun, some of that beta-carotene in your system. Is that okay?
Well, I got some herbs. I've been taking some herbally grounded herbs.
All right now, because you know what? Grandma Gertrude want things done in order. Now, you're not too grown. I don't want to put my foot down and give you the open hand. I'm just telling you, you need to be obedient to what I'm saying to you. Is that okay? You're going to be obedient, are you? You're going to be obedient?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
all
ma'am.
right, I love you.
I love you, too.
We thank you so much for calling in. We got so many questions, and we do want to talk to her about this event that's coming up. So thank you for calling in and talking to us, okay?
All right, thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. He just mentioned that, so just in case we don't get to it,
okay.
You know, we do have 10 questions, but this is getting exciting, and with all these calls, I want to make sure that everybody knows that you are going to be doing an event. It's going to be at the Texas station, and you're going to be doing it with somebody who is a well-known comedian, so please tell the listeners who it is.
I'll be opening up for comedian George Wallace, and it will be hosted by Mike P., and it's just a wonderful event. It's called Healing Through Laughter, and they called me out of I didn't know anything about it. Las Vegas Metro Police Department, the Black Police Association, and a couple other sponsors are putting it on. And they called. They said, Simi, we've been looking for you to open up because we wanted a Christian comedian to open up. We wanted someone that we know will have good family values and will just really represent. Even if you're not talking about church, that's okay, but will really represent in a good light.
Right.
And so it's going to be called Healing Through Laughter, to change the perspective of the police officers and the community, just the community, to realize that police officers are public servants and they do some good. And so I'll be a part of that, and I'm very, very excited.
How do people find out more about that?
Well, we have a lot of stuff on Facebook. They can I want to say the number. Well, let me be honest. I got a call 2 days ago, and I was told that they are trying to scrape tickets because the event is pretty much done with tickets. And so I think they may have 21 left that they're going to go through a radio station, a different radio station that is sponsoring. And so, and it's a channel that's an AFM, but they might have to call that station to see if they can win tickets. But at this point, I was told 2 days ago, it looks like we're out of tickets.
Right. It's probably all sold out.
I could not believe that.
Yes.
Wow,
It's going to be in the Dallas Ballroom, which is a pretty big ballroom, but look at who's heading it. I mean, normally you have to go to Flamingo and see George Wallace, and you have to buy these tickets, and, you know, his seats are not that inexpensive. And so the fact that he's going to be at the Texas station, everybody jumped on that. Plus, look at the people who know Simi. She's done a lot of events here in the state of Nevada.
Oh, thank you.
You know, in several years. And so I can't wait. Actually, I'm going to be there as a servant. They have called our usher board.
I'm so excited.
Nationwide
I'm so excited.
Usher. They contacted us and asked us if we would usher that. And so I'm going to actually be working, which is good because I love doing that.
I'm so excited. And you know what? They gave me such few tickets. It was just so sad. I said, this is it? And they're like, you know, it's for the community, it's for this. And Simi, we did not know that the response would be so overwhelming. And so it's a good thing. And they told me, they said, Simi, we don't know how many people you know. We don't know how many followers you have. But after they heard your name, in 2.5 days, it seemed like it went crazy. And all I can say is that's God. That's favor. That's it.
Yes, exactly. And it's wonderful that they thought about you. That just shows that you are well known in the community. Yes. You have done a lot of events.
She's a servant to the community.
Yes.
That pays for a lot.
Yes. I want to talk a few minutes about your hosting, though, because that part of your life most people don't know. As I said, I'm on a volunteered nationwide usher board, and when they have events and they need more ushers, we go out as professionals, and we are very professional.
Yes.
And so we're getting to be well known. I mean, churches are now calling our names. And
I'm so happy.
I'm getting excited about this. But they also call on you to host, and I know that last year you hosted the Glow Conference, and you were the host. I have pictures of that. I was there. I took pictures on my camera right now.
Yes.
But anyway, tell us just a little bit about that part, how you do your hosting. Do you actually get that little performance in there as far as the comedian, or?
Oh, I love hosting. You know, it's so natural to me. And what I do is I always ask, what is the theme? Now, whether it's something that is just family-oriented or it's geared toward Christians, I'm passionate about both. And so once I know what the theme is, the first thing I'm going to do is pray. And the second thing I'm going to do is be very flexible, because I need to be in tune with the move of the people. You can never be a good host to me when you have a set program. You have to be willing to have a feel for the people and say, you know what, they're going in this direction. Let's move this around.
Yes.
And you have to be bold enough to tell the person that's over the program, I know you wanted to do this, but there's a different move in here. Let's ride that wave and see where it goes. You know, let's ride that wave because it looks good. The people are encouraged and they're participating and they're engaged. So let's go there.
Yes.
And I'm never afraid to voice that. And I'm never afraid, you know, if it seems like it's heavy, I can hear very clearly, crack a joke. If people are distant, I can hear very clearly, make yourself transparent, because if you're transparent, then they'll be transparent.
Yes.
So it's very natural for me because I have really good interpersonal skills, and I love people. So I'm usually very in sync with what's going on.
Fantastic. Well, I've seen you do that part as well, and that's why I wanted to bring that up, because that's a part of you that a lot of people might not know about, that they can actually call you to do hostings on big events as well. At the Glow Conference, you was awesome. You threw a couple of jokes in there. You were very professional.
Well, how would they get a hold of Simi if they wanted to?
Yes, give them your website so they can start booking you. Thank you,
I have it. If you put Google Simi, SYMMIE Mitchell, the first thing it's going to bring you to is my Gig Salad account. And so you can go in there. It'll tell you everything about me. You can book me. You can contact me. And it's also going to give you my pictures of my different characters. Sister So Fine, Deacon Goodfoot, and Grandma Gertrude. You can also go to simitolaugh.com, and that'll give you more information. So if you forget me and you're like, okay, I can't remember a number, which is 702-245-8033, you can Google me, SYMMIE Mitchell, and you'll get about 14 pages of Google. So you'll be able to find me.
Fantastic.
Grandma would say about your act?
Baby, do good. I want you to remember to stay focused. If not, you're going to get the open hand. Make sure you don't embarrass me now. Stay focused and prayed up. Now, I wish you would put me on a ticket because I may not now, Grandma Gertrude's a little bad. I may not can drop it like it's hot, but I could dip it like it's warm. But nevertheless, it's not about me. It's about what God's going to do in your life. So keep it lukewarm for God. Not
we're down
lukewarm.
down to 30 seconds.
Okay.
See, it just goes by so quickly. Anyway, everybody, she's going to be at the Texas station. Don't forget Open Book Radio. We love you. Continue to tune in and tell all your friends. Have a good and great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in every Saturday at 2:02 p.m. to Open Book Radio Club, where like-minded people tell their stories. Poets, authors, small businesses, spoken word, and music writers come together as a community. So don't forget, tune in every Saturday at 2:02 p.m. to Open Book Radio Club.
My name's Ty, and I'm inviting you to Message from the Bible, 9 o'clock Saturday mornings. I'm taking calls live. That's Message from the Bible, 9 a.m. Saturday on K.